I just got done with 2 trips to Europe and moving into a new house, so it is time to start playing some EU4 again. And what better way to ease myself back into the game than playing a chill colonial game as Mali. So hit that subscribe button, we're trying to get to the 20k subs mark, and please enjoy the video. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. It has been a minute since my last upload and I figured this might be a fun campaign to play. We're going for a couple achievements here as the nation of Mali, the first being the Abu Bakr II's ambition. So we need to have 4 colonial subjects in South America, and the other being Mansa Musa. So we need to give away 10,000 ducats to another great power without going bankrupt. So we need to get a lot of money, and we're going to use our colonial subjects to help us do that. And Mali actually has some decent missions to go colonial. So if you go over to the mission tree, once we get some light ships and whatnot over on this side of the tree, we can get some extra colonists that'll help us out in our colonial adventures. The first mission that we need to do is get to 100% army size, so we can do that with a free company purchase, as well as put the ruler as a general. We get permanent claims and a subjugation on Yolaf. I think we're just going to actually take all of the provinces for ourselves. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and do the estates. So we actually start out with quite a bit of religious disunity. So I think the best way to do that is to set some ulama privileges and try and get our conversion strength as high as possible. Let's go ahead and take the admin privileges right away. Go ahead and give them the oversight. I'll take the enforced unity of faith. Go ahead and take the religious diplomats, and we'll also take the religious culture. So I give away quite a bit of crown land, so we're not going to actually take the dip power from the merchant guild, I do believe. So let's go ahead and take the mill power, the right of council, take the levies. I'll get the extra loyalty and give the supremacy over. And then from the merchants, not going to give the dip power, don't have enough crown land for that. Go ahead and take the patronage of the arts. Go and take the free enterprise. We'll actually take the trade fleets because we need to build some light ships for a mission. And right away, I'll take the tax modifier, might as well. From the dhimmi, we'll go ahead and do a couple of things. The first thing we need to do is get the religious unity. That's going to help us out quite a bit. 16% here from the dhimmi communities. I will also give them the dhimmi liberties for now. And for the tolerance, for the meantime, we might as well give the self-governance. No, that gives away crown land, so I won't give them that. This should do it for now. Go ahead and summon the diet and then see some land. We want to convert a province to Sunni. We can go ahead and do this one. That'll help us out tremendously. Make sure that we have the enforced religious unity edict on for the extra missionary strength. And we actually can set some advisors as well. We'll make sure to get the either stab cost or missionary strength. This guy is quite expensive, 4 per month. We can't afford it at the moment, so we might as well do that. And then we're going to forego the other advisors. We're making 2 ducats a month. Maybe we can get 1 more advisor. We'll take the military one once we have enough money for that. I might as well take the indebted to the merchants here, just so I can get a free company. Take out some loans right away. Why not? Don't forget to seize the land. And wow, this is actually getting pretty cheap to convert here, so that's pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and wait to rival anybody just in case they get allies there, but I think I am going to ally Songhai. They are Sunni, so we can go ahead and send them an easy alliance. And let's go ahead and build our free company. I'll go ahead and put the free company right on the border with Jolaf. That's our first target. And we'll assign our leader as a general. He is very bad, but we'll go ahead and march him over to the border with Jolaf. And we'll make sure to start the conversion of this gold province down here. Once that's the right religion, that's going to help us with some goods produced, I do believe, so that'll be nice. Just being able to have access to this gold is really valuable. There's 2 gold provinces right away. So a third one down here in Kong, so they should be a target after our first war with Jolaf. All right, let's go ahead and unpause. Here's a scripted event for Mali. So we can get conversion strength, or we can get mysticism and then some tolerance bonuses. So we're going to take the conversion strength right away. That'll give us the reform progress and the missionary strength being the big one. We go to legalism, which I'd rather go to mysticism, but for this purpose, we're going to go ahead and hit that. That makes our conversions actually pretty quick. And once we get this province here, that'll be 13% religious unity. We'll just add on top of our stuff. We're only at 29%, so we need to make sure we don't take any too many stab hits here. Right away, we get the choose direction, so that unlocks our branching mission. We can do the convert Mali, so we need to convert all of the fetishist stuff. It'll give us 25 years of tolerance and loyalty, so that's going to be really nice. Our mercenary stack has been completed. Let's go ahead and take the mission for the subjugation CB and the permaclaims. And we get another scripted event here. We lose a stab. We get the decline of Mali. So we lose a stab. That's unfortunate. But I believe after there is a mission that we can get rid of this modifier here. It says complete the mission, restore Mali authority. So I'm not quite sure where that is in the mission tree. But at some point, we're going to eventually be a lot stronger, and we'll get rid of these negative stab events. And lucky for us, Yolaf did not get any allies, so let's go ahead and set them as our rival and declare that war. We'll take just the closest province as the war goal, otherwise we can take their capital. It doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and declare that. We can full annex Jolaf here, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to concentrate what we can and core everything up. We can also get the mission for subjugate Jolaf, which gives us 200 admin and 1 free stab. So if I could actually boost this up and then do the stab, that'd be really great. But I think I'm just gonna take the mission right now. Let's go ahead and core all of that up. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boost my stab once here, and this province, if I can get this to 15 dev, then it will give me an extra stab. So I'm going to go ahead and try and boost this up a couple of times. Wasting a lot of points here, but development's 15 and we need to increase the autonomy. So go ahead and complete that mission, get the extra stability. I do believe that will get rid of the decline of Mali. I'm not certain. That might have been a mistake. We need to go through these missions first. I see the mission here, restore Mali authority. So that is going to have to wait until after we take Timbuktu. So, well, at least we have the mission branching here. So if we go through Songhai, and restore the empire, which that's going to take a lot. Then we can restore the Mali authority and get rid of that disaster. But at least our stab is +2. That's a plus. We can get some bonus points and get rid of pretenders if we can get some extra monarch power per month. So I guess we kind of have to wait for our heir, I would think. It might be wise to actually get rid of this one. That's going to put our prestige down a little bit, but at some point, probably should get a better heir. Go ahead and declare war on Jen here with the help of Songhai. Ideally, we'll be able to take all of this stuff and this war here. Well, this war is just killing me here. We'll take all of Kong, and we're going to go ahead and we can't really concentrate that because it's in a state. So we'll spend the admin on coring that up. After, of course, we're going to buy this down. Our war exhaustion is ridiculously high. Feels bad to spend that dip, but it's okay. We can also full annex right after this day passes. Go ahead and send that demand as well. That will allow us to concentrate from here. We can core that up, and we also have a mission to complete. We can upgrade the mosque here, which will help our missionary strength. So that's going to be great. That's a fort, and we also get +2% missionary strength versus heathens. So that is going to make our conversions really, really effective. We also get a competent court because we got the power projection to boost our points up over a certain amount. I'm going to fire some of these advisors now. They're just causing me to lose way too much money. I just want to be able to click this, so that way the decline of Mali is a little bit less hurtful, so no more pretenders. Now if we get loyalty for the ulema, we can no longer have disloyal estates, which is really going to help us out here. Unfortunately, they are so disloyal. It is unreal. I can give them the wool monopoly. That's probably fine, but man, that's going to be a while to get that's loyal. But I guess, yeah, we'll just have to take all the right events, and then we can get our loyal ulema, and then after that, we, I guess, can dev this province over here, accept a culture, and then we can no longer have, what is this, disloyal separatists in from the disaster, so that'll be nice. Then we can finally restore Mali after we take some more land in Timbuktu. So that is our next target. All right, I dealt with some of my rebel problems. My manpower is absolutely strapped, and I have to fix my estates here. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell some titles. That's going to give us some money to help pay back some of our loans. We can complete this mission here. That's the big thing. So we get a free stab, we get some loyal states, and that'll help reduce how many rebels that we get. Because right now, the rebel bombing is just insane. Now all we have to do is dev Gabu, and then accept the culture, and then we can no longer get a bunch of separatists spawning from events. So that'll be really helpful. And then pretty much after that, we just invade Timbuktu, and then we have to actually attack Songhai. So we'll use them in a war against Timbuktu, and then abandon them as an ally, which is unfortunate, because it'd be nice to have an ally that will last pretty long into fighting some of these guys, but we need to get out of this disaster. It is just absolutely horrific. I do not remember this disaster being like this. I don't know when it was added, but it's definitely making it challenging, that's for sure. Go ahead and accept this culture here. I do believe that's a requirement. Before I click on it, let's double check. Yes, we need the accepted culture, so that'll be helpful. Go ahead and do that. It's 100 dip, but we need it, and we also need to dev this province here. So let's actually encourage development, save some points, because I definitely need them. We need to get this up to 15 dev. That'll complete the mission here for Handle the Kabu people, so we get extra mill power, and we get loyal estates till the end of the disaster. Now we just need 2 stab, and we need to restore the empire. So we need to go into Timbuktu and Songhai here. But all of these give us stabs, so that'll be helpful. Let's try and recover our manpower, maybe buy some mercenary companies, and see if we can't go to war here. If we have Songhai help us, I think it might be an even match, but we'll see. They have quite a bit of manpower reserves, and we have 0. They only have 6k, so if we stack wipe them, we should be okay. The only problem is this level 3 fort here. Now we need to definitely see some land here. Our estates are incredibly too influential. The big thing here is occupying everything. Timbuktu being the war goal, they should give it to me no matter what. So let's go ahead and declare this war here. It's going to call in a couple of guys here. I think if we're able to stack wipe these guys here, then we should be fine. We'll go ahead and do that right away. Occupy their stuff and piece them out. That way, Timbuktu hopefully will be able to be pieced out pretty quickly. Don't have to deal with this 7k stack marching around. Let's set Timbuktu as the war goal and call in our ally. Wait a couple days for my units to get in position. All right, they're going to catch them in time. Beautiful. Piece these guys out for like 10 ducats here. That's totally okay, just to get them out of the war. Well, they might get caught out here. They don't recognize my black flag units here. I don't like these autonomy events. In the middle of fighting a war here, I don't have the manpower to deal with rebels. Well, with this, I'm actually able to fully annex Timbuktu, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right away. Take some money as well. I can even concentrate from a few places here. And we go ahead and core all of that. Beautiful. Once we core Timbuktu, we can complete this mission, give us an extra stab, and an event, Fate of Timbuktu. I'm not sure what that'll do. My guess is it will probably increase the level of this great project here, which will give us some loyalty, which will be nice to have. At some point, we'll upgrade this to get the tech cost discounts. That'll really help us catch up on tech with our European colonizing rivals. And we might as well rival Songhai now. Break that alliance. We get an alliance with Air and one with Zazao as well. That'll help us in the war against them in about 5 years. We're finally recovering our armies and making some money, so this is good. Soon we'll go into war on Songhai with the help of some of our new allies. Finishing these cores, we complete another mission for retake Timbuktu. So we get a free stab and we get the take Timbuktu, or the Fate of Timbuktu pop-up event. So we can move the capital and we can colonize this province, or we can keep our capital and not colonize. I don't think there's a benefit to not moving the capital. They're in the same trade node. This is a grain province. It's got 23 dev. Timbuktu is cloth. Yeah, why not make the capital in Timbuktu? It's got a fort, so that'll make a level 3 fort, which will be very helpful. We can get some colonists in Tuat for 2 base manpower. Totally okay with me. That'll allow us possibly get an alliance with Morocco, and then we can get colonialism from them. Or not colonialism. Well, probably get colonialism from them, honestly. But we're going to be getting... We can spawn colonialism. We're going to be getting the feudalism from them. Let's go and cancel this guy and see if we can't get an alliance with Mali. And of course, they rival me. Love it. Love it. Well, then we're just going to take the knowledge sharing from Tlemcen. That's totally fine. We just need to get that feudalism going. Getting about 2.8 per month in the capital, so that's actually pretty decent. We should be able to get that pretty quickly, and then we'll save up our money, maybe even take out some loans just to get the institution. It looks like Songhai has actually embraced the feudalism, so we should get that pretty quickly. Let's take out some more burger loans here. We're going to use that money to embrace the institution. We're going to tech up on our mill and hopefully save up to get Tech 4 mill, and that will really put us ahead of some of these other guys. Some of them are, Songhai is already on Tech 4 admin here. That's actually kind of crazy, so that means they might actually be getting close. We've been spending our points just on deving and a bunch of other things, so we're a little bit behind, but we should be able to catch up relatively quickly. All right, let's fight Songhai now. We'll take this as the war goal. I do need to get all of these provinces under my own occupation, so that might be a challenge considering that these guys and Zaza probably want their stuff. So we're going to have to just hope that everything is going to go our way here. We said everything is vital interest, so maybe it will happen, but it's a level 1 fort, so we should be able to just walk right through and occupy everything. Well, we got the full occupation here. So that was very nice of us. We finally got the fort down in Gao. Now we just need to piece out Kanemborno as well as Nupe here. I'll piece these guys out for war reps and money. And now we can piece out for the full annexation of Songhai here. Coalition, none to speak of, just Katsina, and they're about to leave that threshold anyway. So go ahead and send that demand. We're going to concentrate as much as we can here, and then we can core everything. But let's check and see what these missions do. We get some free stab. Might actually want to boost that stab up a little bit because I think I'll be able to restore the Empire. Oh, I need 350 dev. Okay, so that is not quite done. But after I get a little bit more development, I should be able to finish the mission. So I'm not going to boost my stab just yet. Then I'll just take the mission. So I get Songhai as an accepted culture. 30 years of separatism, so that's pretty much no separatism for all the stuff I just conquered, so that's really nice. Now I do believe I have some permit claims. I'm not quite sure. Not quite. Not until I get the dev requirement. So I need another 53 development. So I can get that kind of anywhere. I might just fabricate some claims maybe on Katsina or something to try and get that taken care of. All right, let's declare war on these guys. That's going to call in Yatenga, which is our ally, into this war so I can start annexing them. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll call in Air to help us out. Quick stack wipe both of their armies. Go ahead and core up this province of Gao. It would be nice to stack this stab cost modifier with our stab cost modifier that we get from this one, which should be nice. 30% extra stab cost. That's pretty useful. But I think overall it's probably better just to take the tax modifier from the Curtail the Nobles. Go ahead and do that. And because I can, Oil is not going to join the war because they're already in the war with me. I'm going to go to war with these guys here, and I'm going to take Dagba non-co-belligerent in the peace deal. Should be an easy stack wipe here. Easy and done. Make sure we full occupy them. I hate these stab events. They really suck, man. I'm going to go ahead and peace out Yatenga for everything. Can't concentrate anything. Some of it's too low dev. Go ahead and core all of that up. We need to kind of save our admin here. We have a lot of annexing to do. I'm going to set my focus on admin now, just to get a little extra here. And I'll go ahead and hire a inflation advisor for now. I'm going to peace out for full annexation of these guys over here. Coalition, I'm not really worried about at the moment, so go ahead and send that demand. I really kind of want to keep my dev at the moment, so I'm not going to actually concentrate. And then I might as well piece these guys out as well. Let's actually separate piece Oyo. Take money and war ups from them, and take all of these guys' money as well in a couple of days. It's going to be a little while to actually get these cores finished, but in the meantime, we can restore the Empire, so that's really huge. We do need to get +2 stab at some point, so we need an extra stab here, and then we can actually restore Mali, so that'll give us the stab cost bonus, and then we'll be able to actually save a little bit of admin because we're not going to be stabbing up so much. So let's go ahead and take this click. That's fine for now. If I had the admin for it, I would have boosted stab first just to get to level 2 right away so we can complete this, but don't really have the extra stab for that just yet, so we'll have to save up some of our points. I think it's an extra, what, 189? That's so expensive. But we need to be coring this stuff before we do anything else. Well, now that we completed that mission, we can concentrate a little bit. That's totally fine. Making everything a little bit cheaper to core. All right, let's declare war on Benin here. I think I'm going to, in order to catch up on my admin, I'm going to vassalize them. Having a vassal is always really nice, too, because it really does help your manpower, the vassals being able to attack and whatnot. And also, if you think about it, like your vassals are giving you units based on their dev, they're going to get more units out of that dev than you are if you're controlling it directly. So overall, you're going to have more military power per dev if you look at it that way. So that's how I always like to look at it. Having some good vassals in the early game is always really nice. So let's go ahead and declare this war. My stab is just ridiculous. I just had another negative stab event, and the admin that you spend on these stabbing up is it's astronomical. I need to get this event or this disaster over as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and peace out for full vassalization of Benin over here. Getting a vassal, I think it's going to be super, super important for us. I'll start improving relations with them right away. And then we can possibly start feeding them some of the land that we don't want to take for ourselves, just because we need to stab up and still conquer at the same time. So let's try and use our dip to grow a little bit. Let's piece out these guys here. We also annexed Dahomey here. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to see if we can't concentrate a little bit or something here. Can't really do it. All right, let's give all these provinces away to Nupe here. They're super disloyal because they have a bad modifier of decline of authority. That lasts until 96, it said, in the pop-up. So not very pleased with that. But in the meantime, we'll grant all these provinces. There is a mission that wants us to own all of these provinces directly, or at least most of them. So we'll have to integrate them at some point in the near future. So we have to just keep improving with them until we can get them loyal. All right, let's boost up to stab 2 and complete this mission. We need to get rid of the decline of Mali. That is just such an obnoxious disaster to be in. Stab cost minus 15% for the end of the game and monthly autonomy change. So hopefully we can start regaining some autonomy and become more stable. In the event, return to the former glory of Mali, so we get 100 of each power point. I didn't know that was a thing, so that's really nice. That'll let us actually take tech here. And we need to get to tech 3 at least in our dip tech and push our tech 5 as fast as possible for admin. We need to start getting our quest for the New World and setting up our colonies. Otherwise, we are going to get boxed out by Portugal. Looks like we can fight Katsina here. They have no allies and are at peace, so there's no one else that's going to take this land. So I might as well just go ahead and grab that before they get any allies here. I think I'm just going to feed Benin and just make them super big and annex them later. I just need to catch up on my admin. Let's full annex these guys as well. I can concentrate from both of these states, so I think I will. And I'm going to give everything away to my vassal. I do not want to core it right now. To make it a little bit easier, I'm actually going to delete these forts. That way my vassal can make a little bit more money. On second thought, I think I might actually release Katsina. They'll be Sunni, and having more than one vassal is also probably a better idea than having one big vassal. So we'll go ahead and do that. Give away some of their provinces. It's okay. That way, at least I want to deal with the too much of their rebels and disloyal provinces. All right, looks like Fulo has emerged, which means we can definitely declare war on them. Build some spy network. Right, let's full annex Fulo here. It's going to fill in the map quite a bit. We can concentrate out of this. Go ahead and do that, and I'm going to core all of that for myself. Been a lot of admin on that, but we had to do it. And this is just beautiful name placement now. I built some light ships. Now I have the create a trade fleet, so we're going to increase our center of trade over in Gabo by 1. If you upgrade it, it only grows up by 2 production instead of going to a level 3 center of trade. So we're just going to take the level 2 center of trade for free. Now we just need to get our exploration ideas, and we can complete another mission. I went ahead and I half-stated everything. That's going to increase our income by quite a bit more. I should have done this a long time ago, actually. But now we're making about 5 ducats a month, so that's pretty good. We need to reduce our inflation at some point, but we need our admin for ideas and teching up at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and save that for later. Just deal with the high inflation for now. But right now, we're at war with Kano, just to call in air and get rid of our alliance with them. Just take some money from them, and slowly just expand a little bit this way. Into Central Africa. Get half price production efficiency guy, that's pretty good. And I probably should get just at least a level 1 advisor here now that I have the money for it. Let's buy some knowledge sharing from Tlemcen again. This will give us the Renaissance. I'll peace out Kano for everything. I'm going to give all this to Katsina. Finally, I get to do my favorite interaction in the game. What we're going to do is we're going to spend 1 professionalism, just slacken our recruitment standards. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to take 14,000 manpower out of our religious interaction. And we go ahead and turn the slacken back off. Now we are sitting at almost the cap manpower, and that feels amazing because it's the first time in the game we've even gotten that close. We can also take our tech for admin, 1 more tech, and we can get our idea. We can also start building some churches. We have no loans. Let's go ahead and build a couple of churches, start increasing our economy a little bit more that way. Let's take full annexation and money from these guys. Again, nobody really cares on here except for Air and Waidai. And those are the last 2 independent nations in our region, so that's really nice. Go ahead and send that demand. Can't concentrate out of anything, so that's unfortunate, but I'm just going to give all of this away. Katsina is going to get a lot bigger quickly. All right, we have no more overextension, and Katsina can handle all of that themselves. I'm not going to core all of these up until after I am caught up on my techs, but we're looking pretty good. I'm currently have a royal marriage with these guys and a truce until 91, so when that expires, I'll go and fight Air. Otherwise, we'll die. If I can get some claims on them via our subjects, then we'll go ahead and fight them. Otherwise, it's just going to be a chilling game. Maybe look for an opportunity to attack Morocco. But we're even on techs, so we should be okay to do that. They do have some trade ideas, so nothing military. Unfortunately, they have good allies, but we should be able to get a decent ally sometime soon. I wonder if Timurids would actually be interested in allying me. They definitely would, if we were closer. With our last conversion, we completed the Convert Mali, so we get some extra tolerance for 25 years, as well as some extra loyalty, so that's going to be really nice. We get a free vassal in Wadai, so we're going to offer them a vassalization. Now we're at 3 out of 4 relations, and all 3 are vassals, so that's really nice. Now the only independent nation in the area is Air, and our truce with them is expiring in 91. So we'll go to war with them whenever that is done, and they shouldn't be able to get any allies really, so we can go ahead and become the hegemon of the region. And because I can, I'm going to indebt to the merchant guilds. We're going to use that money to embrace the institution, and we're pretty close to taking the next tech. I'm going to sit on my dip right now until I can put that into my ideas, but for now that looks actually pretty good. Currently, I might be able to build a couple of buildings with the money. For now, I think just a couple of churches, and then the rest will go to paying down that debt once I can afford it. With that embracement, we are officially on the Great Powers list at number 6. Wow, the Timurids are having a good game. But, oh my goodness, they're huge. Okay, they're kind of scary. Luckily, we're not expanding that direction. Looks like Aragon is no longer on the Great Power list, which means they probably were either kicked off or Spain got the Union, so that's looking pretty good. Portugal isn't anywhere near the top there, so they might be having a rough start of it. Hopefully that's the case, and they don't just start coming out of nowhere and ruining our days. So it's looking pretty good for us so far. All right, let's take our First idea. We are still so far behind the Europeans, but we need to hurry up and get our exploration started. So let's go ahead and take our exploration ideas. We need at least to get colonial ventures, but just having a quest for the New World will complete a mission for us. We should have enough dip very shortly to get that second one, but let's take a look at what the mission does. We get quests for the Lost Fleet. Let's see what that event gives us. We get 5,000 sailors and a free explorer, so we can start exploring it right away. And our sailors are going to kind of overstack a little bit, so that's pretty nice. So once we discover one province South America, we can get land discovered, and we'll see what that event gives us. All right, let's see. Our explorer's got some maneuver. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and send him to explore the Atlantic South American coast. So we have Search for the Lost Fleet. Land discovered is an event that will pop up for us, and we get a couple of things. Let's see. I guess we get a free province, it looks like. We lose some sailors just to colonize it. And we get a free core on it and some base production. It's Sunni, and it becomes our culture. That's awesome. So we get some free land over here, and we can just start colonizing right next to it. So that is going to be beautiful. We need to start up our colonial nations, get them rolling economically so they can start colonizing for us. And then we can just start going from region to region to colonize all of South America and fight the Portuguese for what they decide to contest us for. Wow, 15 dev right there. That's beautiful. Now all we need to do is have 10 provinces owned by me or some subjects, and we get a free colonist for 25 years plus 10% settler chance, which will make us colonize a lot faster. I think I'm going to be taking the native repression policy, sending some units over here to kill the natives just to colonize a little bit faster, catch up to the Europeans. But that is the last mission along the colonization part of the tree. All right, let's go ahead and take our colonist here. We're going to go and set our policy to be repressive. That's over here. We get extra 20 settlers for that. Let's try and expand a little bit faster. Since we have permit claims over all of this stuff, we're going to attack all the natives that have provinces on the coast. So whenever they migrate to the coast, we're going to go ahead and declare the war. This guy has no federation, so we'll just go ahead and annihilate them. Go ahead and core this province up or whatnot, and that hopefully will let us colonize a little bit faster. Go ahead and take the Annex Migratory Tribe option here, and we'll send that demand. That gets rid of all of their tribal land, and we can go ahead and we can core this province up. I guess it's too far away, but at least we have the province. That's fine. Once our colonial range goes up a little bit from the next idea, we should be able to have plenty of colonial range to do all of the fun things that we need colonial range for. Might as well start converting this since I can't do anything with it right now. Oh, it looks like Aragon is doing really well, because a weak Castile is really good for us. It means less competition for all the stuff down here, and it looks like Portugal is really just in the Caribbean right now. They colonized Jamaica, or rather Puerto Rico here, excuse me. And that's about it. I don't see any other of their colonies. They have finished their exploration ideas. They started on expansion just now, so that's going to become a problem eventually. They do colonize really quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if they just started gunning it for all the centers of trade down in South America. So hopefully they stick to the Caribbean for now. Let's go ahead and unlock cannons here. We're ahead of time on mill by 30 years. Feels good. Or rather 3 years. Do a couple of value cannons over here. Maybe do 1 or 2 over here. Let's go ahead and declare war on these tribes here as well. Maybe we can get some value out of that. Once these cannons finish, we'll send this stack to go deal with the rest of the natives up here. Let's make sure to declare war on air while we're at it. Send this general to go over here and do that. And we can get our colonial range. It'll also give us the income from vassals plus 20%, so good thing we have some vassals. And that should allow us to, I think, core up this province. Still too far away. That's okay. Oh, yep, now we can core it up. Let's go ahead and do that. Once we unoccupy this, it allowed us to do that. We're going to go ahead and annex Migratory Tribe over here. Hopefully, it doesn't screw us up because of the being inland, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. Probably not going to be able to core it, but at some point we'll be able to. Or at least give it away to another subject. Go ahead and take our Tech 6. That'll unlock a few things, workshops and ramparts included. One more when we get our next tech. We're going to be pushing that out as fast as we can. We want to get that expansion idea as quickly as possible so we can start filling in this stuff over here, but mostly the stuff in the Americas. Let's annex Migratory Tribe here, and we'll go ahead and core this one up as well. Need a little bit more admin first, that's fine. That just means that we can piece these guys out as well for the same thing, annex Migratory Tribe, take some money, wait a day, and send that demand as well. And we can core up all the things once we have the admin for it. But I think, honestly, this one might be a little far from our colonial range, but once this core finishes, we'll be able to core this one, and it'll hopefully speed us along on our path to getting a New World nation subject. So let's take a look at our colonial and trade regions. All this stuff is in colonial Brazil, so we'll have 1, 2, 3. And is this one also in colonial Brazil? It is 4. So we should have pretty much everything that we need to start a colonial nation. It's not going to have good borders or anything like that because all of the provinces are islands, but it will form, and hopefully we can give it some money so that it can start colonizing on its own. Let's go ahead and full annex air here. That's going to cost me a little bit of dip, and I really don't want to spend the admin, so I'm going to give that away to Katsina or Wadai, or one of the two. I'll give it to the weakest of the subjects. That way, all of them are about the same in terms of strength. Beautiful. All right, we have completely taken over this part of the world. Now we're moving on to our next sites. At some point, we'll connect ourselves down to the Congo, probably take them out there, but our missions want us to go into Morocco, so at some point we'll have to do that. Currently, if the Mamluks join them, they'll be stronger than us, but if the Mamluks don't, we should be able to beat them. So it's all a matter of how the Ottomans are going to be progressing over here. I'll set both of my stacks here with conquistadors to explore. So I'm going to have to get rid of one of these generals. It's going to be this one. He is so dang bad. You know what? I think it's about time I pop the golden era. I probably could have done this a little while ago. Actually, maybe I'll save this to right before I take tech. I have to remember to do it, though. We want to pop this as soon as we can. And hopefully we're able to spawn the institution. But the golden era is going to be really valuable for us. Portugal just finished their colony over in the Caribbean. Annex both of these migratory tribes down here. Go ahead and core all of that up. Anyway, so once we get colonial Brazil up and running, making sure that it can afford to colonize, we'll make sure that we start pumping colonists into La Plata here. All right, well, our colony is self-sustaining since we cored their last province down here. Self-governing colonies will, I guess, improve the land and probably colonize faster. I would think so. I mean, they all get colonists +1. But yeah, self-governing colony is always the best way to start, I do believe. So let's go ahead and select that. So now it's self-governing, and we can start focusing on the La Plata here. Maybe even get over towards the Inca and see if we can't start fighting them. I do think that getting control over the centers of trade might be wise, just in case Portugal gets any ideas. So we'll send a colonist over here, call him, and send him that way. We can afford to have 2 colonists going at the same time, might as well. Actually, maybe not the best idea here. I can have 200 settlers in a new province, so I actually think I'm going to do that instead. Let's pop the golden era right now. Let's go ahead and take the next tech for our ideas. We're going to go for, of course, expansion ideas. We're going to try and get that extra colonist as soon as we can, and then we'll have about 3, maybe 4 once we get this far, colonists to start really putting down our colonies in South America. All right, let's finish this mission for the ambition, +1 colonist and an extra settler chance. Really not happy with these guys for stepping on my toes here. Looks like they have another colonist going right over here, trying to fight me for Brazil and La Plata, but I think once their colonies are established, I think I just fight them. Portugal really can't stand a chance against me. Go ahead and send a guy over here. I'm going to try and take all of this stuff. We'll core all of that, and once this colony finishes, we should be able to take all of this stuff and form another colonial nation. So we're going to go ahead and send... Our colonial range isn't high enough? Oh, come on. I guess I need tech 7 and dip in order to get that, so it's going to be a minute for that then. Unless I have a colonial range guy, which I do. Still not far enough. That's okay. Let's try and subsidize these guys just to see if they will actually colonize for us. Let's do a quick little conquest over here. Get these natives out of here. Help speed along our colonizing. Do an annex migratory tribe over here. Make sure we core that up. And we'll do another conquest over here. Once the diplomats get back, of course. Don't need that spy network anymore. Send that war declaration. We'll do the same thing we did last time. Barrage and assault the fort. We have plenty of manpower to spare. Do another barrage. Do another assault. Shift consolidates. Make sure the units are doing effective damage. Saving some manpower there. And we can do another peace deal over here. Oh, and we spawn colonialism. Let's go. That's pretty hype. All right. Well, let's peace out, and we might actually be able to take a next government reform as well. We'll take money, and we'll do another annex migratory tribe, and that'll be that. Go ahead and core this up as well. 9 reform progress away from taking the state and religion option, so we'll probably take something like, let's strengthen Domini. How about curtail clerical privileges? That looks good to me. Get the admin tech cost down so we can catch up a little bit. We'll start war with these guys here. I'm not sure if they popped out from rebels or they popped out of uncolonized land, but regardless, we need to take care of them. And we also just declared war on this tribe over here to try and consolidate that, so that'll put us at 3 provinces down here once this colony finishes. So we can fight the settled tribe as soon as our colonial range gets us in position for this. So I should probably start spy networking on these guys as well. Because once I can core all of this stuff, we should be able to get our colonial Colombia taken care of. Ease these guys out for money and their provinces. Go ahead and core all those up. This guy here should probably go up towards Sinu, so that way it can fight these guys once that colonist arrives. Do another annex migratory tribe down here. Go ahead and core this province up. We just want to discover as much of this down here as we can. Get our colonial nation set up. And Portugal is just being a butt down here, colonizing super fast. That's just unfair. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to ally Castile. We're going to curry favors with them until we can get them to break alliance with Portugal. And then we're going to declare war on Portugal. Another conquest war over here. Hopefully this will let us get Colombia pretty quickly. Let's see how well we wreck the natives here. We should have the advantage. Just the tech is just a lot different here. Yeah, that feels good. Excellent. We can send a colonist up here. And we can connect to the Inca. We can start conquering over here. That's going to really speed us up. We're going to be doing a lot of wars over here. I'm actually, I think, going to move my my regular army over to Buenos Aires. So let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, we don't even need to siege down this stuff. We'll just take money and all the provinces. Go ahead and send that demand. I can even concentrate, which will be nice. And I can't core this stuff until this colony is done. So once that colony is done, we'll core all this stuff, and it should move along pretty quickly after that. Once we core this, we'll have probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And once the first core is done, then the new colony will be self-sustaining. And the colonial nation will be ready to go. And then we can really focus on these guys down here and setting up these guys. And then we're done. All we have to do is get 2 more provinces down here for La Plata. And I do believe, yes, this counts. So once we get this and this is finished, we are done down here. And then we can just fight the Incas. And once those are done, we're completely done with the achievement. Let's go ahead and attack Charca here for the Cusco takes this province. In which case, we need to declare war on Cusco, and we can start taking all of their stuff. And my subject is finally colonizing on their own. That's really good. Really good to see. And let's take this province from these guys. I can core it up. Beautiful. Once that core is done, we're going to attack Cusco, and we're going to try and get just annex all of them if possible. I'll spend all my dip taking stuff without claims in Cusco, just to get a really strong colonial nation started over here. Let's go ahead and declare the war on Cusco. Might as well get this underway. This colony finished over here, so I'm going to only core one of these. That'll put us at 5 over here. And then once that happens, these 3 provinces will just go to the new colonial nation, and they can core that. Another colony is established, self-governing for Colombia. So they got all of this stuff. They should be starting to core that right away pretty quickly, so that'll be nice. All this turned into their capital, so they got a free core there. That's beautiful. Rio Plata should be done as soon as this core and this colony finishes. Just like that. Malian La Plata is done, also self-governing colony. Because why not? Now we just need 1 more, and we have all 4 colonies for the achievement. From Cusco, we're going to take all of this. It's going to put me overextended for a little while. That's okay. We're going to core 5 of these provinces, and then the rest should go to the colonial subject. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get Spain to get rid of Portugal as a friend. That would be great. This way I think I can do colonialism on Rio de Prata, or even just Portugal itself might actually be the... Nope. Rio de Prata it is. I can take all of their colonial subjects stuff. And I think we'll probably start with this province here. And we should declare this war pretty quickly here. We have our troops in position, so it should be easy enough just to occupy the stuff and then get the war score ticking. And then we should be able to just defend easily from there. So I think we should declare this war as soon as we can. All right, let's declare this war here. This 20 stack can go up towards Portuguese Brazil. I think we just defend from here. With this colonial subject finishing, we officially get the achievement, Abu Bakr II's ambition for colonial subjects in South America as Mali. So that was relatively simple after we deal with our ridiculous rebel problems at the start of the game. Now all we have to do is save up 10,000 ducats, and then the achievement is done. England, unfortunately, did land a few troops onto South America. I didn't think they would, but I guess the AI does surprise you every now and then. We're able to take down Lisbon, as well as recapture the war goals. So it looks like England might peace out sometime soon. 13 reasons. So it's very possible that we can finish this war. It's actually been pretty bloody. We lost quite a few battles, but we're pulling ahead now. So something like this would be fantastic. I actually peace out now. They would actually do it. That would be phenomenal. I wonder if I can take any money. 100 ducats plus these colonies? Kind of all I wanted, right? I think that's fair, right? Yeah. I mean, I could take 600 ducats. Maybe I push for a little longer. All right, I'm done screwing around with this war. We're just going to peace out for all of this and a little bit of money. That was quite painful, but I think definitely worth it. Hopefully our colonies have no challengers. I mean, Portugal will probably still try to set up another colony, but I think for the most part we have them beaten. The next time we go to war, it'll be a lot easier because our subjects will actually be useful. Let's continue our conquest in the New World. We just declared war on Cusco for a second time. We should be able to annex a little bit more of this for our subject. Unfortunately, we cannot get the gold fleets because we don't have our trade capital upstream from Lima, and their trade capital is in Lima, unfortunately, and not over here. If it was over here, we'd be getting the gold fleets, which is unfortunate because I could have forced it by deving one of these provinces up a little bit, possibly. So it's okay. We'll make it work. Let's grab our next admin tech. Now we're on time, which is great, and we can pick our next idea. A mill idea would be great. But I'm kind of tempted to take something along the lines of either an admin or a dip idea, and I'm not sure exactly which one I would do. Economic idea would obviously be great. The gold depletion, interest, inflation reduction, everything there is stuff that I need. I could also go influence to try and make it easier on myself for when the subjects get a little disloyal, considering that they're going to be getting there pretty soon. So it's kind of a choice between those two things at the moment. I mean, I might have to do influence ideas and just take a mill idea next. I'm not sure, but yeah, might have to do influence ideas. I would really love to get economic ideas though. You know what? We can deal with the disloyal subjects. We'll go for the economic ideas here. I can't. I have to do influence ideas. The subjects are gonna get super disloyal. We need to do influence ideas here. Plus, it'll make it cheaper to integrate all our subjects over here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And this couldn't have come at a better time. We got an event for some mysticism, and that puts us over the threshold for taking this click. So we'll go ahead and get 28,000 men, and we'll turn our slacking back off. So hopefully that'll let our armies recharge a little bit. That's about halfway to our, a little over halfway to our max manpower. Let's peace out of this war in the New World, take some money, and we're going to go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and send our units back home after we deal with some rebels, and we're gonna probably go to war with Morocco. They're stealing too much of our trade. We need to start focusing on improving our trade over here now that we've kind of solidified the New World. So we're going to start using some colonists to push as much trade this way as we can. So colonizing the coast, whatever Spain hasn't already taken from us. We'll have to go to war with them eventually to get some of that stuff. And then maybe kind of going down here into South Africa. England is just getting destroyed by France right now. France actually has a province up here in Scotland, so once they're done with that, Castile should join my war with Morocco without wanting land, so that'll be really nice. Wow, France just pieced out a big chunk of England here. Looks like Austria actually just inherited Burgundy, so that's a thing. Big, strong Austria, but England is just is in shambles, unfortunately. Anything in the New World? No, they didn't take any of Portugal's stuff in the New World, so that is okay with me. Let's go ahead and see if we can declare war on Morocco now. Yes, we can. All right. We should probably take as much as we can here. We have no aggressive expansion to speak of, and we're ahead of time on our admin, so we can core everything ourselves. We've kind of just been playing a chill colonial game so far this campaign, so it's been a little bit relaxing as opposed to the nonstop conquest I'm used to. So our manpower is pretty much recovered. Let's go ahead and waste some of that, shall we? Let's declare the war, take the war goal, and then we'll march straight up towards the fort. Need to fix my stacks a little bit. We should probably get a few more cannons. I have 5 cannons in this stack, so that should be fine. They're getting caught out. They're realizing that they're pushing too close to my advancing army, so we'll cut them out here in the desert. Easy little victory there. Let's get a Tafilalt so that way we don't lose the occupation of Dra. We will lose the occupation temporarily. That's fine. Spain's guys must be in the New World because they are getting their butt kicked over here. I say Spain. It's Castile, and they are super weak this game. Wow, I blinked, and the Mamluks are fully occupied by the Ottomans. I had a feeling the Ottomans might declare on them during this war, just because if Mamluks are in war with me, the Ottomans might see that as an opportunity. So they're really going to town because Mamluk troops are in Iberia. Castile pieces out, giving Morocco Seville, so that's fun. Well, I must have got some maps here because this is my first real look at the world, and Gorkani is doing really strong. The Timurids had a great game. Lost a few wars to the Ottomans, who are now taking this opportunity to just blob out. Holy moly. I should improve relations with them. They would be a great ally to have. Hopefully they don't desire my provinces once I'm over in Northern Africa and Iberia, so that's going to be nice. Austria having a good game. Denmark doing actually pretty well. They might form Scandinavia. Russia has formed. They're in Livonia, and they are pushing eastward. Japan is in Manchuria, but they do not even have consolidation of the island Ming is distraught. India is actually pretty evenly split up. Usually it's one of the Batmanas or Vijayanagar that are pretty strong, but Bengal seems to be doing okay, pushing into the Burma region. So that is the state of the world. Mutapa beating out Kilwa. You don't see that too often. They're competing with me for the ivory trade, which I would rather them not. All right, from Morocco, I think what I'm going to take is all of their centers of trade, aside from the ones in the Seville node. And I need this province for a mission, so we'll go ahead and send that peace deal in 13 days once the diplomat gets back. After this, I can fabricate a few more claims on them. And let's send that peace deal. And let's go ahead and take the mission, the connection to the Maghreb. So we can possibly purchase a province in Europe. That'll be nice. Yeah, so we just beat them in a war. We're not going to give them money. That would be silly. Yeah, we're going to be keeping the ivory for ourselves. And I can purchase a trade colony. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. They might actually give us something, and they might not. Malta would be nice. We can get Minorca, possibly. Could wait for a better moment to purchase. I think right now is fine. 2,000 ducats is a fair deal. We need 10,000 for the achievement, but getting a free province or a province for 2,000 ducats might be pretty good. Corsica, that province there is really not worth it. Malta might be worth it. I could purchase Nice from Savoy. That would be interesting. Looks like my options are limited. I'm actually just going to defer this mission to a later date. I mean, I can still pop this up later on, and it'll give me these options. It's just there's no real benefit other than getting Malta, and Aragon's not going to do it. So we'll leave that, and we'll save our money. 10,000 ducats gets us the achievement, so we're almost there, 20% of the way. And our golden era has come to an end, but I think it was worth it. We definitely caught up in tech and everything else. Well, it took me a while, but we're finally able to get this. We're going to go ahead and hire these guys, take both of these from Radical Reforms, and we'll hire them back. And we full stated all the stuff in Morocco since we can't trade company yet. But that's going to make our trade a lot stronger over here. And we're also going around and we're going to reduce the autonomy in a lot of these provinces just so that we can get a little more value out of our states. Congo has taken some of our trade, so we need to annihilate them. Also, we can trade company all their provinces, so it's going to be very beneficial for us to start this war. This is infuriating to watch. I wanted my colonial nation to start a war with Portuguese Brazil via the subject interactions, but they keep making troops and then deleting them. So like they're at 7 and they realize they can't afford them, and so they delete them. Maybe he thinks he can afford it now? But he kept going from like 7 to 4 to 7 to 4 again. It was ridiculous. Maybe he'll be able to take these guys on now. Oh, if I wasn't at war, they could do it. Okay, well, maybe after this war with the Congo. All right, from the Congo, we're going to take all of the coastal stuff here, as well as some trade, and take max money as well. So let's go ahead and send that demand. We're getting pretty close to our 10,000 ducats. Concentrate from this state here, and we're going to go ahead and core up everything. I'm going to have my subject fight Portugal for their stuff in Brazil. Can't help with that, but they should be able to handle it on their own. They have more units. Let's start another war here in America. Or in South America, rather. Should try and finish off these guys if we can. Let's grab the Diplo rep from our influence ideas here. We're almost there. 2 more ideas and we can get our infantry combat ability. That'll be really nice. This dip rep is actually really important. So I think now before I even finish off my ideas or take tech, I might start the integration of Benin. So it'll be a lot faster since I have that extra 2 dip rep. And once we take control of this stuff, we finish off some missions that'll help us gain some economy. So we have the Control the River mission here. So we get some production efficiency for 25 years, which will be nice. That unlocks this one here. So if we get some trade power, Ivory Coast and Timbuktu, we get permanent trade power and 25 years of goods produced. But the big thing is that we can get prepare the pilgrimage. So after we have some more trade power over here, we can get the pilgrimage event, which I do believe gives us some bonuses for religion. Otherwise, we need Dip Tech 14. That allows us to build some buildings here that will complete the Golden Ivory mission, which will be really good because down here, I believe this mission will give us permanent increases to the price of ivory for the rest of the game, but I'm not certain. And that'll be nice because we can get the permanent morale of armies down here. Well, guys, it looks like my colony in Brazil is going to be growing quite a bit, and our nation in Mali is actually doing pretty strong. We have a lot of money. We probably could have been making investments, but I decided to save up for the achievement. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to shift debase. That'll give us 10,000 ducats. And for the achievement, I do believe all we need to do is give a gift to a great power. Might as well just give it to the Ottomans. So we don't have any loans, we're not bankrupt. Let's go ahead and give them some money. Big flex here, big flex. 10,300 ducats, sent to the Ottomans. We can let a day pass, and we get the achievement for Mansa Musa. This was a really fun colonial Mali campaign. We could keep going with this one. Leave a like and comment down below if you want to see a continuation of this campaign. I'm not sure what achievements we can go for, but we can play into the later stages just to have some fun with it. With that being said, guys, I had a very good time playing this Mali campaign. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. And with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.